what's happening next. So Facebook audience, sorry about that. We did drop off, but we're back to you live again. And what I'd like to do is, Latanya, I'd like for you to give your information again to the audience so that they can contact you with any of their real estate needs.
Sure, absolutely. So I am Latanya Donaldson, and I oversee our multicultural lending department at Prime Lending. But I can be reached at L for Latanya, L Donaldson, DONALDSON at primelending.com. So please feel free. I know someone asked where I was. I am in Texas. However, we actually lend in all 50 states. So please reach out to me and I'll make sure that I connect you with a loan officer in your market.
Whoa, all 50 states, that's big. And I think this is the first time that you've made that announcement, guys. So if this is the first time you're hearing this, Prime Lending lends in all 50 states. That's magnificent. And Jay, where are you located?
We're in Phoenix. But we have our appraisal management company, which is called Apex, is a nationwide appraisal management company. And I think last month we did like 13,000 appraisals nationwide. So,
whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's very impressive. And Jay, before we depart, will you tell our audience how an appraiser is contracted?
Yeah, so that was a huge change after the last real estate crash, where it used to be John, the loan officer, could call Fred, the appraiser, and just maybe they're best friends or maybe they're golfing buddies or they, whatever the case may be. And he could hire anybody to do the appraisal. That stopped when the industry bigwigs looked and said, hey, one of the biggest problems we're having is appraisals aren't objective and neutral. And we need to bring back that to the process. So now in pretty much every single case, when there's a lender involved, either the lender has an appraisal desk and the appraisal desk is picking the appraiser, or they're outsourcing the entire process to an appraisal management company. What they want to do is put a firewall between the people that make commissions on deals closing, on loans closing, and the appraisers. And so there's a firewall to make sure that the appraisers don't feel pressured, aren't influenced, and don't have personal relationships with the loan officers on the other side.
There we go. Good deal. Thank you so much for that, Jay. I think that helped our audience out quite a bit. And then oftentimes it'll be up to the discretion of your lender or a conversation between the lender and the buyer on when that appraisal will be ordered. Yeah. So that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, and I just one more thing before, because it seems like we're wrapping up. There is something that's really important that everybody should care about. It's called geographical competency. In my industry, what that means, does the appraiser have the locational expertise necessary to give you an accurate conclusion of value? And one of the biggest problems in my industry is sometimes the appraiser was picked for the job and is calling you, the listing agent, doesn't know the nuances of the neighborhood. And the number one reason I see an appraisal where I think the conclusion is wrong is because the appraiser didn't understand the nuances of the neighborhood. And maybe they crossed that busy street or crossed that canal or moved over to a different school district to pick comps and got the value wrong. So you really want to spend a few minutes talking to these appraisers over the phone when they're calling for access, and just make sure you feel comfortable, whether it be on a refinance or whether it be on a purchase. Make sure you feel like these appraisers know the market that you're living in.
That is a very good point. That is a very good point, because neighborhoods have nuances, areas have nuances. I gave the example earlier. Mine is a perfect example of that. In a rural area, you will pass one neighborhood. You have perhaps like a really nice trailer park community. And then, so you have such a mix. And if you send an appraiser out, you're going to get if they don't know the area, you're probably not going to get the result or the value that you're looking for.
Yeah, be careful on that. For me, I like geographically incompetent appraisers to come and praise my house because I'm in a fine neighborhood, a decent neighborhood, but I'm right on the border of a really nice neighborhood. And so what I like is appraisers that don't know my community that cross the border to go in that really nice neighborhood because then they'll appraise my house for a lot more money.
It worked to your advantage.
Yes.
No, right?
Good deal. Well, guys, we are at the end of speaking with the appraiser today. This was just so much information. He's given us so many tidbits, so much knowledge that we can share with our clients or we can use for the purchase of our new home. We are near the end of our episode, series 2 of Wisdom Wednesday. With our creator, LaTonya Donaldson, myself, and Stephanie. Our very last episode is Meet You at the Closing Table. So we're excited about that one.
Yes, absolutely. Well, this is our last. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Stephanie.
No, I'm go ahead.
This is our last episode before Christmas. So I want to say, first of all, to my co-host, Jay, thank you so much. Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas. And I'll say to everyone that's out there listening, this has been a difficult year, but also I think it's been a year for us to be so grateful for so many things in our lives. So I wish each and every one of you a very Merry Christmas, and we'll see you at the beginning of 2021.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.